Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to give an update on my portfolio. Right now my portfolio is worth $76,892.36. Today I lost a bunch of money, a lot of money. I lost $8,150.61. That's almost 10% of my portfolio, gone in one day. After hours I gained $345, but that's nothing compared to the amount that I lost today. I lost over $8,000. Now, for the year 2024, I am still up $3,501.91 for this year. However, today was a huge loss. Here are my positions. I'm selling Amazon $185 covered calls, expiring April 19th. I'm selling Disney $120 covered calls, expiring April 19th. I'm selling Google $145 covered calls, expiring April 19th. I'm selling PayPal $57.50 covered calls, expiring April 19th. I'm selling Sofi $10 covered calls, expiring April 19th. And I'm selling Verizon $42 covered calls, expiring April 19th. Now, if you've watched my last portfolio update, you can tell that I've made a few changes. I've become slightly more cautious and I chose lower strike prices for some of my positions. Amazon used to be $109, but I brought it down to $185 strike price for this covered call position. For Disney also, I used to have the $130 strike price for these covered calls, but I've brought it down to $120. And also Google, I believe I was at $160 for the strike price, and I brought that down to $145 for Google. Everything else stayed the same. However, I did try to lower the strike prices on these as well, but the orders did not fill. So I still have my old strike prices of, $10 for Sofi and things like that. But overall, I did try to bring down the strike prices that I chose, just to be a little bit more cautious. For my stocks, I've got 300 shares of Amazon, 6,000 shares of Sofi, 300 shares of Disney, 100 shares of Google, 200 shares of PayPal, and 200 shares of Verizon. Amazon today was only down 1.94%. Disney was down 0.72%, so that barely moved. Google was down 0.49%. PayPal was down 2.83%. Verizon was actually green today. It's up 0.07% today. However, the main reason why I lost over $8,000 today is because of Sofi. Sofi was down 15.33% today. It's up 1.03% after hours. However, 15% in one day, that's a huge loss. And because I own so many shares of Sofi, my portfolio suffered from this and I lost over $8,000. Let's read this article on why Sofi Technologies stock got slammed today. This is an article from The Motley Fool. Sofi Technologies, ticker symbol SOFI, investors had a fabulous February as shares of the fintech stock gained nearly 15% after its fourth quarter earnings report showed Sofi turned profitable faster than expected. Sofi stock is giving back all those gains today, though, and more. As of 11:20 a.m. ET, the stock is down 11.5% on news that Sofi is cashing in on its stock market gains and taking on $750 million in new debt. What is Sofi up to today? Sofi announced this morning that it intends to place $750 million worth of convertible senior notes due in 2029 with unnamed private investors and to offer an overallotment option that could raise the debt offering's total value to $862.5 million. The company did not state what interest rate it would pay on this debt. Still, it's curious that, with much of the stock market convinced that interest rates are about to come down in a big way later this year, Sofi felt compelled to do this particular debt offering right now and not wait for better rates. That seems to suggest the company feels strapped for cash. Potentially bad news for investors, which could explain why investors are reacting negatively to the news. Moreover, that this is convertible debt implies the possibility that the debt could become stock at some point in the future, diluting shareholders out of part of their ownership stakes in the company. That would be another reason for investors to be upset. Why might investors be wrong about Sofi? But now let's look at the flip side. Sofi says it intends to use some of the cash raised from this debt offering to redeem certain preferred stock that is already costing the company 12.5% in annual dividends. So, unless the interest rate on the convertible debt is greater than 12.5%, this deal could potentially decrease Sofi's interest costs and thereby increase its profits. Furthermore, other proceeds from the offering will be used to enter into what the company calls capped call transactions, and without getting too technical, what this means is that Sofi will reduce the potential dilution to Sofi's common stock upon any conversion of the notes. Long story short, while seeing a company take on new debt, and particularly convertible debt, can sometimes upset investors, in this particular instance, it's possible the news isn't as bad as it seems. With Sofi now on track to report its first profitable year in 2024, 7 cents per share in profits are predicted, and grow those earnings strongly in future years, long-term investors might want to look at today's short-term sell-off as a potential buying opportunity. Me personally, I'm not really scared long-term about this, and I really do see this as another buying opportunity. Most likely, I am going to buy even more of Sofi now that it's gone down so much. $7.34 right now? I'm gonna wait and see if it goes down to $7 or below, and I'm gonna be buying more shares if it gets to that price point. But for today, I lost a bunch of money, over $8,000 down today. There's pros and cons to this. I mean, I still believe in Sofi long term, so I don't really see this as a permanent loss yet. If anything, I see this as an opportunity to buy even more Sofi at a cheaper discount. I've actually been through worse before, so I'm not unfamiliar with taking huge losses in a day. For now, I'm going to just wait and see what happens. I'm going to buy more Sofi if it gets low enough, and then go on from there. Alright, that's it for this portfolio update. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.